Okay, it was once again a classic case of the master versus the apprentice. Pep Guadiola coming up against his boy, his young coach who he just began to teach the reins of coaching, called Mikel Arteta, in the FA Community Shield. Now, Arsenal, first of all, was fortunate to be playing in the Community Shield because they didn't win anything. Man City won the treble last season, the English Premier League, Champions League, and the FA Cup. So in that case, the team that came second in the league will play against the champions in the Community Shield, and that was a curtain raiser and the opening game for English football season coming forth in the 2023-2024 season. And for the first time in a very long time, the apprentice got the better of his master. Arsenal defeated Manchester City by 4-1 on penalty shootout after playing a 1-1 draw, in that game. Beautiful game of football, tactical masterclass from the likes of Arteta and Pep Guardiola. What do you say about that match? Because I was surprised. Arsenal really didn't play well, but they fielded all their recent signings, from Kai Havertz to Julian Timber to Declan Rice, and we saw a very beautiful game. Arsenal played containing football. We'll talk about that later as we go in the show. Now, something making the rounds is a player called Harry Kane. Should he leave Tottenham Hotspur? Should he not leave? Bayern Munich have put a price of about 100 million euros for Harry Kane, who is just 31 years old, and Tottenham Hotspur are saying he is not leaving. Don't forget, if he doesn't leave, they will go on a free in next summer transfer window. But don't forget today they played a friendly match with Shakhtar Donetsk, and the man who is top on the list of transfers, Harry Kane, just scored 4 goals. So what do you think? Do you think now Tottenham will let him go, a player who is still at top form, scoring goals left and center, or do you think Bayern Munich will find a final replacement for the person of Lewandowski? The Women's World Cup is taking place in Australia and New Zealand, and we've seen for the first time the African continent giving 5 slots for the World Cup, and 3 of them made it to the last 16: Morocco, Nigeria, and South Africa. But sadly, South Africa lost to Netherlands. They didn't play really well, but Netherlands will always be the European champions. They would defeat any team in this World Cup, and they lost 2-0 to Holland women. And Sweden defeated the defending world champions, the United States of America, by 5-4 in a very, very, very tightly contested game, 0-0 after extra time, and they played penalties, and America is out, so that was South Africa. At 8:30 a.m. Nigerian time, the Super Falcons of Nigeria will be taking on the Lionesses of England. Do you think it's a case of David versus Goliath? But this time you still say David will defeat Goliath. Nigeria has not really played very well, but they defeated Australia. That was one of the shots of the tournament to qualify for the next round. But Nigeria taking on England by 8:30 a.m. Nigerian time on Monday morning. I believe you'll be up watching that game. So let's go back to the game of the day. Now you have the Arsenal side taking on Manchester City in the curtain raiser, the FA Community Shield. Now Man City came onto that game with a very, 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 very packed defense. I always see that thing, and it shocks when I see the likes of John Stones, Kai Walker, Manuel Akanji, you have Ruben Diaz, all playing in the midfield, and have Rodri. So Man City came up with 5 defensive players. Then you have the likes of Bernardo Silva and Alan playing from the wings, and it was a beautiful game of football. Arsenal didn't really play well in the first 10 minutes, but took over the game and got the better chances in that game, but we didn't have a striker because Arsenal now has a player who has gotten injured in the likes of Gabriel Jesus. And then the new signing for Arsenal also, who was on form, Kai Havertz, had to play the number 9 position, with Julian Timber playing the left side of defense, and you had also Declan Rice partnering with Thomas Partey. It was a keenly contested game because you have 2 managers who think alike. They were trained from the same pot of soup, as we would say it in Africa, and but the master came up on top in the first half, and Man City had better chances in that game, but at the end of it, they couldn't score. But fast forward, somewhere around the 77th minute, a substitute called Palmer from the Man City Academy had a very beautiful goal, called in an in shot against Aaron Ramsey, and nobody on earth, no goalkeeper on earth could save that one, and it was 1-0. But don't forget Kevin De Bruyne came in the second half and made an assist with his head, and Arsenal struggled and couldn't break down the resilient Man City side. And somewhere around after 90 minutes in the extra time, they had 11 minutes of extra time, and Arsenal scored a goal through Trossard, and it was a deflection, and it was penalty time, and Kevin De Bruyne missed a penalty that hit the bar, for Manchester City, while Rodri played a back pass of penalty, and Ramsdale caught that, and Arsenal scored all their penalties. And the young man now for Arsenal, the new player, also scored the winning penalty, and Arsenal went to 4-1 winners and got in the first trophy in the English football season, for Arsenal, and they are celebrating. Now, new players, newfound love for Arsenal, strong team. Do you think Arsenal now, with the players they've gotten, can go all the way, in winning the English Premier League this season? Because they were there on top for a very long time last season, and just 5 weeks to go, they crumbled to the resilient and the very experienced Manchester City side. All right. Let's also look at some other games taking place today. There are friendly games taking on. Like I told you now, Real Betis lost to Real Sociedad. All Spanish friendly match, 1-0, while Atletico Madrid played a 1-1 draw with Sevilla. And you had the Fiorentina of Italy play Nice of France, and they won that game by 2-1. Tottenham also, like I said before now, the issue of Harry Kane defeated Shakhtar Donetsk, whitewashed, destroyed, manhandled Shakhtar Donetsk by 5-1. And Harry Kane scoring 4 amazing goals, a couple of penalties in that. Now, arguably right now, Harry Kane is the best number 9, the best striker in the world. Now, Bayern Munich has lost the service of Robert Lewandowski to Barcelona for over a season, and they did not recover because they struggled to replace a top striker in the world. Now they need a replacement. But Tottenham Hotspur says they are not letting their top man go. Their captain is England's captain, is Tottenham Hotspur's captain. The record goal scorer for Tottenham Hotspur is going to break the record now for England. This guy is just a beast in front of goal. Now, but they're saying it's not going. Don't forget, he has 1 season left on his contract. If he does not renew his contract this coming January, he will be free to discuss free terms with other clubs and leave on the free. The question is, Tottenham Hotspur, is it a wise decision? Now he's 31. 1 season to go, and they're offering you 100 million euros, about 95 million pounds, to let him. Otherwise, in just 10 months' time, he will go for 0. He can go to any club he wants. I'm not sure Tottenham will win the league or win the Champions League. Don't forget, they are not in Europe, but they're in Europe. They're going to be in the Europa League. Harry Kane needs to go. He wants to play Champions League. He wants to win trophies. Don't forget, if he plays in Germany, he is guaranteed at least to win the German Bundesliga and play again in the Champions League. So, even if you are not a Tottenham Hotspur fan, don't you think it's wise for Harry Kane to make that move now? Tottenham Hotspur received about 90 million pounds and look for a younger striker. Just like Manchester United is buying a relatively unknown striker for 77 million pounds, who just scored less than 20 goals in the Italian Serie A this season. But they need a striker to complement the likes of Marcus Rashford and the others. So I personally, in my opinion, think it's a win-win situation for everybody. Tottenham Hotspur received 90 million pounds, and Harry Kane moves to Bayern Munich to see how he can win trophy. He has served and given his life and his all to the Tottenham Hotspur side. We'll see how that goes. Borussia Dortmund defeated Ajax FC by 3-1. Manchester United today also played Athletic Bilbao, and they played a 1-1 draw. Newcastle United, that's what we're going to talk about. There's money now to be spent in Newcastle United, and they just defeated Villarreal by 4-0. Murphy Barnes, that was signed from Leicester City, scored 2 goals, and Joelinton scored the winning goal in the 75th minute. Newcastle defeating Villarreal by 4-1. Reims defeated Torino by 2-1. Napoli, yes, we're going to come to that now very soon. Rahimi scored the only goal, and they defeated Osborne. Now, Mikel Arteta, also arguably one of the top and best strikers in the world. Now, for a boy that comes from Nigeria, a pure Benin boy, you think this time we talk about now. Arab money came, oil money. Mikel Arteta, come and play in Arab. They'll be paying Mikel Arteta about 970 million naira every week for 5 years. Almost 1 billion naira every week. Mikel Arteta is saying that he is not good, that he's pursuing glory. Are you sure that they have not stolen his glory from Africa? Think about it. I want to see your comments. I want to see your response. Do you think that Osimhen should go and sign? He's just 23 years old. Now, I believe for a footballer and a striker, you can still play to your 30, 31. If I am Osimhen, I will generally go around, play 4 years, make the money, and come back to Europe. But you see, most type of footballers, they tell you that it's not about the money but it's about glory. But others will tell you, I am playing football for money. I have to take care of my family, I have to take care of my lineage, I have to take care of my generation. So Victor Osimhen now had a very fantastic breakthrough season for Napoli, guiding them to the Italian Serie A title and went very far in the Champions League. But now he's well sought after. But Napoli are saying, without at least 170 million pounds, no club on earth can price Victor Osimhen. There are clubs only strikers now. Man United has got a striker, or a boy called Holland or something. That boy never started playing ball, we don't know him yet. Now, Real Madrid are missing the likes of Karim Benzema. They played a whole preseason and they scored just 2 goals. Why? There is no striker. Do you think Harry Kane should go to Real Madrid? But don't forget, they say Mbappe side are going to come there very, very, very soon. So Osimhen was not on the match today. He didn't play today. He didn't score for Napoli playing against Osborne. And Roma lost a game by 1 goal to 2 against Toulouse of France. But Jose Mourinho, I don't know what's going on. There are live games taking on right now in friendly matches. Girona playing Lazio, 70 minutes, 1 goal to nothing. Cadiz playing Lecce, and they are losing by 1 goal to nothing. And Elche is playing Parma, and Elche is losing by 1 goal to nothing. Arguably, the most talked about saga of this transfer window up till now is that of Kylian Mbappe. Now, Kylian Mbappe has given his all from Monaco. He went to Paris Saint-Germain, made some money as a very, very young boy. Now it's time to move on. He is saying he doesn't want to renew his contract, but PSG are saying Mbappe has already agreed terms to play for Real Madrid next season. Everybody on earth knows that. Mbappe has 1 more season to play for PSG, but he's saying he doesn't want to renew his contract. He doesn't want to stay. Now, an Arab team also came from Mbappe and offered to pay PSG 240 million pounds to buy Mbappe and play for just 1 season. Then Mbappe can now go finally to Real Madrid and play in the upper season. Mbappe says no. Why? There's a clause in Mbappe's contract. If he stays at PSG up till this season, it's what they call a loyalty bonus. If he doesn't leave PSG by 30th of August, PSG will pay Mbappe 60 million pounds for just staying in PSG for 4 years. So as a sharp man will be now, he's trying to stay back and get a loyalty bonus and maybe decide to just play a few games. By January, he can agree with Real Madrid and is off in the summer. Now, I personally think that if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, he can now have a chance of becoming the greatest ever footballer on earth and win the Ballon d'Or. For PSG, he may not be able to do that. So imagine Mbappe playing alongside Vinicius Jr., playing outside Rodrigo, with Tchouaméni, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Jude Bellingham also playing for Real Madrid right now. I think he has a chance to be a world-class player and be a star that he is always becoming. No, that is all going on right now in the world of football. A lot of things are coming. Don't forget, the Premier League is back. In 5 days' time, Man City will be taking on their former captain side, Vincent Kompany, Burnley. And Man City will take that trip to the Burnley Stadium to see how they can begin the defense of the Premier League title they won last season. It's an awesome time having you on board. Don't forget, follow me on Facebook at Bowe Sports Arena. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Bowe Sports Arena. You're glad you did, and come on this ride. Let's enjoy sports and let's enjoy football, particularly together. My name is Bishop, and I'll see you soon. Bye.